In this lesson, we're going to begin modelling our kitchen. So if you go to your top viewport and select and isolate the kitchen floor, we're going to use a script called Floor Generator, which is free to download on CG Source. So if you go ahead and download this, so we'll go to our Shapes panel and we're just going to use a 2.5 snap and draw a line around the floor. Once you've completed your line, go to Max Script, Run Script and run Floor Generator. So once you have this dialog up, just go to Create. You also might want to switch on Interactive Update. So once we make changes, the geometry will update automatically. So we'll change some sizes. We'll do 300 by 300. I want to put my row offset to 0. And just increase the extrude to about 3 and the bevel to around 1.5. So you have something like this. Just close your Floor Generator dialog and we'll just pull the floor just down to the old geometry. The old geometry will act as the grout between the tiles. Something like that. We can just go ahead and delete this line and just unisolate your scene. So next I'm just going to move the floor up around 25mm. So if you right click on your Select and Move tool, on the Z axis, just type in 25. Okay, so if you now select your hallway, kitchen floor and the doorway detail around the kitchen and isolate these, just go to your top viewport and we're going to create a rectangle. So just in between the doorway, something like that. And I'm also going to just snap this down to the bottom of the door. Just going to apply Extrude modifier and just make that about 25. Also add a Edit Poly modifier. Under Selection, select Edge. We're going to just chamfer this edge here. So around 20mm. We'll add some segments to make it curved. And we might get some double geometry issues here, so if we just select all these vertices, we can just move it back, just to around there. So just a wee bit facey here. So if we apply a smooth modifier again, as shown earlier in the tutorial, and just switch on Auto Smooth, we can see that's tidied that up. Okay, so we just unisolate our scene again, and we're just going to create the wall tiles. So we'll just under our Edit Poly for the walls, select Edge, and I'm just going to select this edge here and just ring it round. We'll just go down to Connect and create a line around here. So just something around there, move it up maybe 100. And then we'll select Polygon, select these two polygons here, we'll shift and drag them on the Y axis, and clone to object, just to detach them from the walls. So you select this object, we'll move the pivot back to the centre, so hierarchy, affect pivot only, centre to object, and isolate our selection. If you go to your top viewport, and just rotate this around 90 degrees. Floor Generator seems to work better in the top viewport. So once we have this, again we'll draw a shape around it, like so. And we'll go back to Max Script, Run Script and Floor Generator. So again, hit Create and Interactive Update. So the size this time we'll do 100 by 100. And I'm just going to leave the row offset at 20. So extrude, I'm going to change to 3 and bevel to 1.5. That looks good. So we'll just close this dialog and we will rotate our tiles back by 90 degrees. just delete the line and the piece of geometry. So we'll just bring our tiles back over. And just make sure they're facing the correct way. So I'm just going to rotate these 180. Yep, that's fine. So let's move these back into position. I'll just select the walls and we'll isolate these to make it a wee bit easier. Just move these down to the floor. Let me just snap this to there. And just make sure it's just through the wall. There we go. So just unisolate everything, we'll see what we've got. So we have our tiled floor, our tiled wall, and we'll step into the kitchen. So in the next lesson we'll start to look at creating the worktop and oven hood for our kitchen. And we'll maybe add a bit more detail later on in the tutorial.